when I look at what existing social networks do, especially existing professional social networks, over the last few years, I noticed that they are all starting to feel more and more like social networks. The professional networks are starting to feel more like social networks. And the relationships that I've built, the really powerful, really valuable relationships, they're kind of getting lost, right? They're getting lost in this giant professional network where, I have had great conversations with most of the people that I know there. But I've noticed over the last kind of year or two that that's less and less the case. A lot of times, my contacts are not able to introduce me to certain people that they're connected to on those networks because they haven't had a conversation with them in weeks or months or years, or they never really had a conversation with them. And so I'm finding that the value of those networks are less and less. But what Sam Intro gives me is literally the opposite of that, right? I send out a note saying I'm looking for a venture capitalist who has got similar medical tech background that we do, diagnostic technologies that we do, and in less than a matter of seconds, I've got 5 relationships that I know I can get a great introduction to and are going to lead to a conversation that is likely going to bring value for myself and my portfolio companies. That is extraordinarily different from any other professional network I've dealt with today. It helps that Sam is sonified. It helps that I can just speak to it on my phone and boom, I don't have to input keys. That makes the platform a lot more exciting for me to use. And the biggest value for me, bar none, is when I'm trying to help out my portfolio companies on business development. I can get to my 1 degree separated relationships, maybe 2 degree separated relationships, in a way that is very much more likely to lead to a conversation that can involve business development, potential acquisition, strategic partnership than any other form of networking that I've got out in the market today.